One of the greatest aids a map can be is in helping you to find your position, or the position of any place you're looking for. This walker knows where he is, both on the ground and on the map. He's on the south side of the valley of the River Gilpin. The river itself flows left to right before him, so that what he sees around him corresponds to what he sees on the map. He also knows the place he's looking for, but only on the map, Spout House. Where is it on the ground? He can guess, of course, but there's only one way to make sure. Set the map. A good landmark to use for this is the church at Crosswaite, with its prominent square tower. He draws a line between his own position and the church. He turns the map so that this line runs directly from him to the church. The map is now set. He draws a second line from his viewpoint to Spout House. Without moving the setting of the map, he looks along the new line. He sees that the lower houses must be on the road, and the single upper house, therefore, must be Spout House. The line points directly at it. When you know your position, you can locate accurately all other visible features by setting the map. A map is also indispensable for finding your own position. This man is lost. Not disastrously, but within 3 kilometers or so, he doesn't know where he is. This is what he does know. He's close to the River Loon's east bank. He must be somewhere between these 2 bridges, though he can see neither of them. And he's standing on a track wide enough to take a car. First, he has to find a distinctive feature on the ground, which he can also find on the map. He tries looking east and moves into a nearby field to get a clearer view. He can see traffic, which suggests a fairly main road. But such a main road runs along the east bank of the Loon all the way to Lancaster. More significantly, there's a hamlet. This could be one of 2, Nether Barrow or Tunstall. There has to be something else. A church with a tower. This can only be Tunstall. Tunstall Church is the only one with a tower between the road bridge and the railway bridge. And it's only about 1 kilometer away. So the walker must be within this area. Now he needs to find another landscape feature which he can line up with the church. The east bank isn't very hopeful, and so he tries the other side of the river. Here's a possibility, a hamlet on the west bank. It can only be one of 2, Newton Hall or Whittington. Whittington has disadvantages. It's rather large for the hamlet he's seen, and it seems further from Tunstall Church than it should be. So he must be looking at Newton Hall and standing somewhere by this track. If he now walks along the track until he is directly between the church and the hamlet, he'll be able to pinpoint his position. He's now in direct line with the church and with the houses at the south end of Newton Hall. Join these houses and the church, and where the line crosses the track is his position. In hilly and mountainous country, it isn't possible to fix your position by reference to villages, roads and churches. You have to use the shape of the land itself. This walker wants to check his position. He's walking south across the fells from the Garbon Pass to the valley east of Windermere. He must be about halfway, but where exactly? He's standing in a small valley looking roughly east. This is his first clue. He sets the map. There are 4 possible valley systems on the map. 2 he discounts right away. Kentmere is too far north. He must have passed it. The stream above Staveley is too far south. He can't have reached it. He looks again at the land around him. At the foot of the valley he's standing in is another larger valley. On the far side of the stream in this valley, he can see a road, his second clue. This must be the road down the Kent Valley. And because he can see it so clearly, our walker must be standing in a valley leading directly to the River Kent, Parkbeck or Browford. On the other side of the valley, he sees a track or small road, negotiable by cars. Both valleys have tracks, but only Browford has one which cars might be able to use. Parkbeck, too, has an area of woodland on its left-hand side. This valley has no woodland. It seems increasingly likely that it's the Browford Valley. Can this be confirmed? Well, if the walker looks 90 degrees to his right, he should find a hill crowned by a cairn of some kind. Williamson's monument. Just so. He is standing in the Browford Valley. And if he makes for this junction of minor roads, he'll be able to plot his position exactly. This must be the road junction, and there's the hill and monument to confirm this position. So this is where he is. A final example. Another walker, another problem. He knows where he's going. He thinks he knows where he is. He's walking down the north slope of Lythe Fell, heading for the farmhouse of Whitray, just by this bridge over Whitray Beck. Well, here's the bridge, but where's the farm? Ground and map don't seem to correspond. So he'd better take a longer look at his map. When he does, he'll find that there are two other bridges to the west of Whitray, both in very similar positions. He must be standing on one of them. There are no houses around to help him locate himself, but the valley is well wooded. This suggests Dale Beck, though it's hardly conclusive proof. He looks upstream. The valley is quite well entrenched in the fells. The walker sets the map. Dalebeck Valley is entrenched. See how the contours tend to run parallel with the stream. Map and ground seem to correspond. The other possibility on the map doesn't correspond to the ground. The Middle Gill stream has not incised a deep valley. The contours tend to run across the stream rather than parallel with it. The walker now suspects his position, but he still has to confirm it absolutely. He walks down the valley for several hundred meters and finds, as expected, a confluence of streams. The nearness of this confluence to the bridge establishes beyond all possible doubt that he is in Dalebeck. This was the bridge he was standing on, and this the confluence of streams. By matching what you see on the map to what you can see on the ground, you will find your position.